players really get in trouble on the field sometimes. Let's cover penalties.
Illegal procedure can be broken down into 3 subcategories, the first being neutral zone infraction, the second being encroachment, and the third being offsides. Offsides, encroachment, neutral zone infraction. So imagine this, a line from here to the sideline, each sideline, and a line from here running each sideline. So basically this white line is called the neutral zone. I'm a defensive player. If I'm in the neutral zone and the ball is snapped by the offense, then that's a penalty on the defense, neutral zone infraction, 5 yards. This is the offensive center, this is the defensive player. Before he snaps the ball, if he gets in the neutral zone and then he snaps it, that's a neutral zone infraction, 5-yard penalty. Encroachment / offsides is defined as any part of a defensive player's body that makes contact with the offensive player before the ball is snapped. That is an encroachment / offsides, penalized by 5 yards.
Okay, now let's talk about these a little bit more, shall we? Okay. When a guy's offsides, okay, just defense.
Just defense. It's you can either say encroachment or offsides, and that happens when a defensive player basically what we call jumps the start count. And he's trying to get a jump and get as a quick get off as possible, and he gets into the other side or touches one of the offensive players before the ball is snapped, and that's encroachment / offsides. Now,
so what we really see a lot of times too then is the offensive line will kind of try to draw guys.
No, if the offensive lineman gets in a 3-point stance and moves before the ball is snapped, then that's a false start, and that's a penalty on the offense.
Okay, so whenever they say that a guy's drawing somebody offsides, then we're probably talking about like
the
a
defense.
backer.
The defense is trying to draw the offense offside. Right.
That's right.
Now, what happens a lot of times though is you'll see once in a while a defensive player move forward but not touch an offensive player, and the ball will be snapped, and the quarterback takes a knee. That's a neutral zone infraction. Because a defensive player can't be in that neutral zone, which is that imaginary zone from the tip of the ball to the other tip of the ball while the ball is being snapped. So that's when you see every once in a while, you'll see a quarterback just snap the ball and take a knee, and then the flag will come out, and I'm sure a lot of people will be saying, well, why'd they do that? Exactly. It's because a defensive player got in the neutral zone while the ball is being snapped.
So as long as they're still in the snap count,
right?
If he can kind of
a defensive player can get in the neutral zone, and as long as he's back before the ball snapped, he's fine. Now, if he gets in the neutral zone and an offensive player flinches, then that's when you can see he was drawn offsides, and then that's still a defensive penalty. There's a little technical terms, but there's little tricks of the trade that you can use, especially on a 3rd and 1. A lot of times offenses will go on a prolonged count. Usually they may go on the first sound or the second sound. When it's 3rd and 1, when you try to draw a guy offsides, the offense will go on a 3 count or a longer count, and if the defensive player jumps trying to anticipate the snap count or the snap, then he can snap it, 5-yard penalty, 1st down without even running the play.
Yeah, okay. So that's why it's real important to pay attention to the cadence. I guess
cadence.
Is that the cadence?
That's the cadence.
Okay, that's cool. All right. How about let's see, illegal procedure?
Well, legal procedure is really encompassing all assets of all sides / encroachment, neutral zone infraction, and false starts.
So really when you hear, because I've heard refs call any of all of it. I've heard them call illegal procedure. So it's just as a fan sitting there watching a game, you just need to know which one.
Right, and it's an infraction before the snap of the ball.
Period.
One either on the offense, on the defense.
Okay, well, cool. Well, thank you, Doug. That was pretty
Hopefully
cool.
that helps.
Oh, absolutely.